Keyword, okay. Hello and welcome to, oh, Eddie. Eddie just jumped up on the chair. Hello and welcome to Eddie's stream. Puppy baby boy. Dog. Jesus, the cables are gonna be all over him if I don't be careful. Okay. Hello and welcome to another exciting Fox Hunt stream where I'm gonna try to... Yeah! God! Yeah. Hello and welcome to another exciting Fox Hunt stream where I'm gonna try to figure out how to enjoy Vulgar Fox Hunt online. It's the multiplayer mode and it's really weird. And, I can't tell if I hate it or not. I gotta stop weighing. There we go, I stopped weighing. Okay. So, I just dropped the mic fell. Okay. I'm an hour getting started on this thing because of a nap that I took that ended up unexpectedly lengthy. And I can't tell if I'm tired or not. I had a busy day, but I also just woke up from an unexpectedly lengthy nap. I have some writing work I need to get done later on tonight, so I don't even know if I want to go all the way until 11:30 either. I'd like to get at least 4 more hours done on this video essay before going to bed for Monday. Is Eddie in frame here? Yes! Yes, he is. Eddie, can you look at the camera? Over here. Yeah, look at the camera. That's how you interact with the streaming audience. Yeah, there they are. There they are. Maybe I should just like cuddle up with Eddie for 3 hours on stream. Yeah, I think Ron Cinephile, I think you're actually onto something, because I'm very interested in learning how to enjoy it. I want to give it a shot. I've given it a shot. I think I've played at least 10 hours minimum of this thing so far, and my experience seems to wildly vary. Depending on some factors. I wonder what those factors are. With good old, I don't know, bad old skill-based matchmaking games, it's like you can never just hop in a server full of casual noobs and know what your capabilities are like against amateur players. It's always going to be matching me up against people who are going to give me a hard time. Sometimes I win, most of the times I don't. Sometimes I have fun, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's really frustrating. I think maybe it's the controller. Maybe I've played enough hours of this that it's matching me up against players skillful enough to give me a run for my money if I don't learn how to play the game on mouse and keyboard instead. So maybe I should give that a try here. WSAD, right-click, mouse roll. 2. Okay, there's button labels at the bottom of the screen that are going to make this a little easier. Why did I accidentally put on my camo, though? Okay, so 4 is, voice lines. 3 is the ammo button. 2 is the weapon button, but these weapons still aren't bound to hotkeys like a traditional normal PC game. You gotta rely on the weapons menu. Oh, wow, yeah, and playing on mouse and keyboard means I sure do feel that frame drop. Now, how do I change camera shoulder while I'm... key layout. Switch view. V. V for switch camera, of course. Doop, 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 doop. It's so intuitive. Z is an equipment button. Oh, maybe that means to use the equipment? Okay, so let me pick up a gun upgrade. I kind of just want to play this on the controller. I don't know if I want to have to learn something. Okay, so 1 changes equipment, and Z is going to be using your equipment. What does X do? E is crouch, E is camera. Do 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 do. X does nothing. Map M. Tab is just going to bring up an inventory. Control is walk. You know, that's not that bad. Switch focus. What does that mean? Yeah, I gotta know what Batman vision is. Also, let me slap one of these graphics options down. I'm not getting a full 60, and I'm feeling it with mouse and keyboard a lot more than I was feeling it with controller. Oh, whoa, Bloom has been on low this whole time? Even notice. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, I fixed it. Neat. Guess I just changed the ELLS setting from... Cool. Alright, we're good. I don't know. Do I want to commit to mouse and keyboard, or do I want to play this with controller? Let me give myself a little test. Where's the assault rifle ammo? Okay. What do they call it? Naked sense. Q. Alright, is there some way I can score myself? See, with a stopwatch. Do 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 do. This is...
The field has been confirmed. Please get ready to deploy.
Testing myself with... Oh my god, I just picked the controller up and put it down to click on an item in the menu. Maybe I'm still waking up or something. Gosh, that feels better. So if I'm going to be testing myself to see whether or not I'm going to be navigating the game better with mouse and keyboard or controller, I think the real test is seeing how I perform in an actual match instead of in this thing. Mouse sensitivity is too low. Let's bump that up. Mouse, camera look, aim, person. Let's...
I have confirmed you are ready to deploy.
Bump those up by about half a whatever point. Yeah, run Cinephile. There's a lot to talk about. It's a messy clusterfuck of a mode with I guess the way I would summarize it up very simply is saying that it's full of a lot of cool ideas in cramped tiny maps that don't make the best use of them.
If you are not within the specified zone by the end of the phase, you will be removed from the mission. Phase 1.
Keyboard 4.4. So you gotta scavenge around the map, PUBG Fortnite style, and build up a loadout of equipment. How do I eat it? There we go. And you try to build up a loadout of good equipment before you get into fights. There's a understated progression, an understated preparation phase, scavenging phase. If you get surprised by enemies and get in fights before you're done scavenging items out of these boxes and building a good loadout, you're kind of fucked, and it can be frustrating. On the other hand, having to roam around the map and explore peacefully before getting into fights encourages ambushing playstyles for you to be the guy surprising other people, and that's cool. It's great when you're winning. I can't complain about that. There is I shit you not, food system. Hang on, I have to replace something in here. Tranquilizer. Let's replace the tranquilizer. There is a food system. You actually have to eat food. Eat food. Z. I kept pressing V. Uh-oh, Taco's getting tranquilized.
Your buddy is confirmed down.
Now,
Stay alert until they can return
eating food allows you to scan enemies, and that must be the guy who killed my teammate. And the gunplay is also really weird. Oh, this feels overpowering as shit.
Please get ready to redeploy.
He was using a pistol against me. Okay, but that was a 4-star pistol. Like in the PUBG Fortnite stuff, there is a very harsh linear. Whoa! There's a very harsh linear upgrade curve to weapon quality. Yeah, I'm controlling my recoil so much better. There's a guy right around the corner. Wah!
30 seconds remaining. The current phase is nearly complete.
19 seconds.
Quickly make your way to the zone.
Oh man, Taco's getting...
Has been badly injured and is in need of support.
8, 7, 6, come on, 5. There we go, yeah.
Phase complete.
Okay, I survived.
Phase completed.
That was a rough one.
For the next phase, post haste.
Yes, okay. I think I also just figured out midway through shooting him that if you crouch while shooting, you can control your recoil. Arguably better than actually trying to pull the crosshair down, so maybe I should remember that when switching over to controller, if I ever do again, because I think I'm already used to this, and I am already feeling some very intense objective superiority to this method compared to using the controller. Now, I need better guns. My 2-star submachine gun might be doing a better job than this 1-star light machine gun. Submachine gun? Light machine gun? Why do they call it a light machine gun when it's the heavier of the two? Anyways, I also want to be away from all that chaos. Let's go here. You hear me, buddy? Let's go there. And let me scan with Batman vision before going through. No sign of the enemy.
2 minutes remaining.
Ooh. A highly upgraded sniper rifle. Yeah, let's take it. I'll be able to aim it extra better on a mouse and keyboard than I will with this one. That's a 2-star assault rifle. So we'll change out villainous. And we have a ration here. Ooh, I can use mouse wheel to cycle through weapons instead of toggling through them with whatever weirdo order the game decides to pick for me. Also, I was getting aimed at by what's the camo? What's the camo? What's the camo menu? 3? Yeah, 3. The camo system's really cool. The camo system's neat. I would love to be using this camo system in a bigger map with more nature. But yeah, now that I'm camped up here, I have a pretty good overwatch of what kind of enemies are going to be approaching our position. So this is kind of a King of the Hill mode. We want to be King of the Duckies. King of the Ducky. The right kind of camo to be using? Also, there's a whoa, bad guy. No, wrong button, George! I wanted to first person aim at him, not crouching stance. What's that? Okay, he's good. My teammates got it. So, kind of unironically, like Hunt Showdown, you don't want to be rushing straight to the objective. You have to hold the hill for just 3 seconds. Yeah, see, the partner just shot it with 20 seconds left on the clock. Now let's make our approach. Oops. Batman vision. Q. Okay, so you might think that if you have a Batman vision that scans enemies, that stealth doesn't matter. You'd be wrong. If you're on the ground and standing still, and if you have a lot of stamina, you... How do I drop? Oops, I didn't mean to drop the life medicine. Are we under attack?
You're pretty good.
Oh, thank you. But yeah, the camo system really helps make this an actual stealth game. I think, as weird as it feels to not have a sprint button, I feel like that also helps make it a stealth game. And just how much the winners of gunfights are determined by gear to a certain extent, and how that gear is acquired through scavenging the ground safely. Okay, there's our ducky. All these mechanics, quite ironically, end up creating more stealth than you might be surprised about. What ooh, ah! I need to not concentrate on talking for a while. I need to shut up and concentrate on playing the game. Sorry, I am not finding the words. And my buddy is attracting enemy bullets here instead of sneaking behind cover like I'm doing. Jesus Christ, he's so much more accurate than me.
I'm taking fire.
Your buddy has
Got him.
injured.
I'm trying to find that first person button again. What is it? It's middle click. It's middle click. I'm not retaining the controls. Trying to talk and learn this new control scheme at the same time. Good lord, this is faster. I just aimed my gun at a spooky thing. I'm gonna shut up. Grenade poison, strike flare. Yeah. Okay. Second. I just was able to aim my gun at a potential threat extremely fast.
Ordnance strike request acknowledged. Beginning ordnance strike. This sniper rifle is going to be remarkably more useful than usual with mouse and keyboard. Phase complete.
I really think I gotta play on mouse and keyboard from now on. I think it is clear that I am up against bad guys who are...
This is the
Final phase. Am I gonna win? Am I gonna win the first match in a long-ass time, and it's gonna be the one where I'm learning how to play mouse and keyboard? So one thing that I think, even here with mouse and keyboard, I'm realizing that I don't like is how fast-paced it is. Like I'm getting slammed with messages at, okay. I'm getting slammed with new decisions and new messages at a Call of Duty style pace. Where's his buddy, though? Jesus, this is superior firepower. There is now one more ducky left. There's 3 people, and we're gonna be fighting over 1 ducky. Oh, we got this! Oh, that's the last bad guy left in the match. Let's just bully him. What kind of inventory? Stun, grenade, poison. There he is, up there. Whew. See, I was taking heavy fire from him, but his bullets are not hitting me for as much points as my bullets are hitting him. Jesus. I'm down to half health now. Should I be using the sniper rifle? No, don't press V. Press clicky. Mouse wheel clicky. Okay. There's 1 hill left. 1 ducky. And, I need to give my teammate some...
1 minute remaining.
Dispose. Never mind, new plan. I need to use the sniper rifle if he's gonna be fighting us. Ow! Such a long range. Oh god, why am I frozen? Why am I frozen? Why am I frozen in the middle of a fast-paced multiplayer game? Oh boy. How long was I out? I was out for like a good 8 seconds just.
Remaining.
Come on, peek. Damn.
The current phase is nearly complete. You must quickly make your way to the zone.
Okay, Ducky, where's Ducky? Where's Ducky? I need to use Batman vision and I forgot what button it is. Teammates got it, teammates got Ducky. Stay in there! I think I got it. Jesus Christ, that stressed me out! Oh! I won! Yay! You're pretty good. Okay, how do I compliment?
It is time to announce the time.
Give me a weapon, sure. Yeah! That was Fox Hunt. That was what a decent round of Fox Hunt looks like. But there was so much going on, I could not explain it all fast enough. I was amazing. Gee, thank you. Awesome. Amazing. Wow. Yeah, I don't know if I like it. I won. Was I having fun, though? Oh, boy. A high level in the last 30 missions. Thing is, until I switched to mouse and keyboard mode, I was facing a losing streak. I wonder if there's a way you can tell what control method your other players are using, because this seems objectively superior. I don't think there's any question going on now. It's strange menus, but you know what? The menus are strange on a controller too. I like it, regardless of whether or not I like it. I do like it considerably, remarkably less than the single-player mode. The Metal Gear Onlines have always been really weird and janky. Someone was talking about Metal Gear Solid 4's online mode. That is apparently the good one. I am familiar with Metal Gear Solid 3's online, which no one else remembers. And I'm familiar with Metal Gear Solid 5's online, but I barely played it at all and didn't really give it much time. Metal Gear Solid 4 is the game of the series that's stuck in PS3 jail, and that's the one that... Why? How do I... Ha! M? Okay!
Please get ready.
We're gonna press M to begin a new mission. Yeah, M for mission. You don't start a new match, you, begin a new mission. The vocabulary is weird. The terminology, the menus, you can press tab to bring up an inventory menu, 2 to bring up a weapons menu, 3 to bring up a camo menu. 1, it looks like, is our equipment menu. So Batman Vision, Q, okay. Q is Batman Vision. Why did I have a hard time remembering that? What was it in The Witcher? What did I have my controller set to in that? The muscle memory ought to come to me. Spacebar, Shift. I want Shift to be my movement modifier. So,
Battle preparations
keyboard.
complete.
I should do that before beginning a mission. It's gonna match me. God, no. See, the other thing. In skill-based multiplayer games, in skill-based matchmaking multiplayer games, sometimes I don't want to win because I don't want to get matched up to people who are gonna either A, kick my ass, or B, require me to get all sweaty and concentrated and try really, really hard just to have a bit of fun. And this is... It seems like there's some conflicting priorities here. I have a hard time telling whether or not they want this game to be casual, good time, silly fun, or whether or not they do want it to be tight, competitive. There's no way. I don't know how dedicated they are to making this mode a tight, competitive, balanced sport, because in a match with a full map of 8 players here, some of these guys are going to be cannon fodder, and I'm just hoping it's not us.
Secure the asset by the end.
Oh, this map is considerably bigger than the last one, though, and I do like that better. This map also has a lot more naturalistic cover, and that's also better, too. 12 froggies. Okay, so there's 2 modes. King of the Ducky and Capture the Froggy. And the terminology is so weird in the game. They're called, like, SV Intrusion or something. I still don't know what they're really called. Because whatever... Ugh, let's not go that way. We don't have guns. And, they know we're here. I'm getting out of here. F, right? Yeah, good. Down? See? Okay. Oh, yeah, for crouch. Wah! Gotcha! Oh, no, he has a shotgun. I wonder if there would have been any possible way I could have known that I had it.
2 minutes remaining. One operative is confirmed.
Yeah, I might just be cannon fodder, and my partner was very stupid for hanging around those guys and not deciding to leave like I wanted to do.
Your equipment.
So we gotta capture the froggy in this mode. There's 12 froggies for 12 players. Why must we fight? And open!
Your buddy has been badly injured and is in need. Your buddy is confirmed down.
There also
Alert until they can return to battle.
isn't a very elegant way to do solo play. No, Z, okay. My mouse sensitivity is still too low for my liking. Aha!
One minute remaining.
The enemy's right on top of us.
Aha! I don't think we're gonna be able to capture that froggy. God damn it! I need to go to my buddy and not try to do this by myself. So, when you're playing on a controller, I don't know about keyboard, but when you are playing on a controller...
30 seconds remaining.
Jesus, I don't have a froggy. I'm gonna get kicked out. When you're playing on a... Never mind. I need to shut up! Can't talk and do this at the same time.
Nearly complete. You must secure the asset as quickly as possible.
The froggy near me. That means it's a player who I have to kill with a gun. He comes. Oops, why do I have a smoke grenade equipped?
Phase complete.
Yeah,
You
I
failed today.
wish I would get more of a warning about that. The game logic is also weird. There's not a straightforward, easy to understand deathmatch mode. It's all these objectives. So that's what a bad round of Fox Hunt looks like. Where I just get my ass utterly handed to me in the early game by enemies who have better weapons than me in the early game, and a partner who was attracting me too close to the danger zone. I have played this game with real friends from a Discord friends list instead of random partners from the internet, and it doesn't seem to make that much of a difference. You generally want to be close to your partner in the event that a gunfight happens. What I didn't have time to explain was that the gunplay is kind of like Halo, and that it's balanced to account for netcode issues and team play issues. The guns hit for a pipsqueak amount of damage if you are shooting on a bad guy at the same time as a friend of yours, however, that the devastation of your game feel of the gunplay increases remarkably. But I'm also realizing on mouse and keyboard, it's insane how much better these weapons feel and how much more headshots I can quickly get in. But anyways, I need to adjust the controls and the mouse sensitivity before going into the next one. We're still a little low in third person and a little too high in first person. Aim sensitivity. Okay, this is going to be aiming from the hip. Do. How are we feeling now? I still can't, like, quickly whip around for... Cha. 180 degree snap. Kind of, yeah, no, this feels good. Wah. I'm quick turning. Can't do that on a controller. No wonder I won the first match I tried playing the game like this mode. Alright, now, maybe I need to write it down on a notepad. Try to memorize these controls, because they're a little complicated. And I'm now realizing that maybe one of the reasons why I'm so ambivalent on this game, and I haven't quite figured out whether or not I like it, is because I never really totally got used to these controls. In Metal Gear Solid fashion, they are indeed maximalist. Every button on the controller does like at least 3 things, and it feels like it maybe shouldn't. There's at least 3 different ways to look at your inventory. Tab, backpack, yeah, backpack. It's not inventory, it's backpack. But you're not... I guess all of this stuff is crammed into that little pouch on his belt there. Not what I would call a backpack either, but in any case, in Metal Gear Solid 3 they call it a backpack, so in the multiplayer game they're going to call it a backpack. If I hold down 1, I get an equipment menu. 2, I get a weapon menu. And this is like... When I was learning this game, it was hard to understand what kind of situation you want to use these menus for, because whether or not I'm pressing tab or 2, there's a lot of stuff on the screen. And you scoop up those items so fast. So U is the naked sense. And a weird thing is that it forces you into a crouch. Let me dispose. Right click. Right click. Neat. Neat. Left click can be equip, right click can be drop for give item.
This is for you.
Oh, that's what that means. Okay. Alright, Z. Let's put that on a thumb button. Yeah, I kind of like the idea of pressing down on the mouse. I like the idea of not having to do anything with my movement hands, my movement fingers, to use my equipment. Oh, I'm about to get way better at this game. So, back in the early 2000s, when the goth kids were the most popular and emo music was in vogue, and Metal Gear Solid 3 Subsistence came out with a very janky multiplayer mode. I was the ninth best player of that game in the world during its launch window, and I think it's because I was the only one of the few people who figured out the power of the L1 button. Maybe I can climb back up again, because I'll be using mouse and keyboard here while everyone else... Who am I kidding? I'm playing on PC. There's going to be a lot of other people. In any case, eat ration, use gun upgrade, use equipment. This is going to be down on my mouse thumb button, right? Z. Boop. Neat. Okay, so let's draw a little picture of a mouse and then highlight one of the two thumb buttons. And that's going to be equipment. Switch camera, V. This was kind of tripping me up too. Let's have that be the top thumb button of the two. So that equals camera, shoulder, switch. Alright, let's see how this feels in my hands for a few seconds. Na 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 na. Oh, that feels better. Okay, now shift in all my games, shift is the walk button, so I don't think I'll need to write that down. Oopsie whoopsie, wrong menu. Crouch, action cancellation. Interesting. Jesus. Naked sense, which a attack. Cure? What is cure? Walk. There we go, left shift. U, R. Maybe I should make cure be R. U is 2 out of the way, and C is already taken. Tab, I kind of want tab to be closer to my move. I wish I could do primary and secondary bindings on things like real PC. Anyways, cure, R. Map, M-A-P, what's a synonym for map? Atlas, A-T-T. Anything else taken up by T? Look like it. Okay.
Please get
T. All right, T is for deployment. Okay. Now, before I begin this next match, oh god. Before I begin this next match, I should go to the character customize screen where we gotta upgrade our character like in all the multiplayer games these days. They do it with like random Dropbox style, Overwatch style unlocks, but I'm not paying for these. Okay, I think I want to play as this guy because so that stamina meter on him just straight up looked superior to whatever Ocelot's gonna be rocking here. Oh, wait a second, Ocelot and Sneaking Suit Snake are in parity. So one thing I haven't quite fully understand is, like, what is the strategic sacrifice you're making for the gain in stamina recovery here? Some of these characters just look straight up objectively better than like basic soldier here. Maybe it's camouflage? Everyone looks a little less camouflageable than the basic soldier. He's just kind of green and brown. And everyone else with better stamina and life regen are wearing weirder color uniforms. Ocelot still looks kind of drab, though. I'll stick with Ocelot. Camo is interesting. You unlock these camo patterns, and sometimes they get special abilities attached on them. It's really strange. I'm wondering how I'm supposed to visualize what about this camo makes explosives explode harder. Reduces the amount of time your location is displayed due to naked sense. So if enemies are trying to scan me, I get better scan defense if I'm using gravel camo. I'm unsure how to memorize. What? I am unsure how to memorize that stuff in the middle of a fight gracefully. And shit just keeps shoving itself in my face. Okay, title. Sushi Noko. I gonna go to the survival room and play around with my nameplate. Where is the menu for that? Report? Yeah, here it is. Okay. Do I want to be a golden chicken or do I want to be a Tsuchinoko? I think I want to be a golden chicken. Because the Tsuchinoko kind of looks like poop from a butt. Third or better. Oh, that's all it takes! That's all it takes to get the title of Fox is get third place or better? Come on, come on. But yeah, there's Call of Duty style unlock systems abounding all over this mode. Oh, wow, I need to memorize these. Okay, and what was down again? That was equipment. The bottom button on my mouse. For some reason, muscle memory, when I was trying to remember how to switch camera shoulders, muscle memory was steering me towards the lower button on my mouse thumbs instead of the upper button. So I'm going to swap these two. Equipment, we're going to be up, and switch camera, we're going to be down. Yeah, if the mouse is a little person with left and right arms and a scroll wheel that kind of represents a head or a neck, feels like the thumb button, the lower of the two thumb buttons would be a shoulder. That's kind of what that does. It determines where the... Yeah, that feels right. That feels right. Determines where the shoulder is going to be. Okay, now another thing going on is that there is so much going on that, oh, this is such a better control scheme. That, I have not had time to look at the Twitch chat. So let's see what I missed. Let's, plant Ocelot on a, scenic perch. And catch up with Twitch chat and see how right or wrong I am about how weird this mode is. Okay, I've lost a match and I've won a match, and I think right now my opinion, I think, is kind of... It's leaning reluctantly negative towards this mode. I want to like it. There's a lot of cool ideas going on. You can get real clever with the camo system and the scanning, but there's 3 maps, and really 2, because I think 2 of those maps are different times of day. They're a remix of the same map. And it's just way too fast-paced. It's information overload. Hang on, let's get camouflaged. What kind of camo would I want for this? Brick? Brick sounds about right. Doesn't look very convincing. Rust, right. We're on rusty metal. Look at that. Where did I go? Where could I possibly be hiding? I don't know. I'm hiding on top of rusty metal and I'm using the rust camo. I like how your shoes are always going to poke out. There have been some really interesting matches where I have lost because enemies were hiding in plain sight right in front of me in the bushes, and even though I was trying to use Batman vision to scan for them, I couldn't see them, because that's how you counter the Batman vision, is you go prone and you go slow. With shift. Not analog stick, but with shift. but there have been a lot more stupid matches where it feels like the game is set up to require some of the players in the match to be cannon fodder, to get eaten up by players early on. Getting into gunfights when you have inferior weapons compared to the other guys just feels bad. It feels really, really bad to have such a linear upgrade system of the guns going on. I wish there was more of an even playing field there. But then again, I'm also wondering if there's something I need to learn, if I haven't fully understood the nature of the gun upgrading system. Maybe I do have a fair shot if I will be sneakier and make sure to land headshots against enemies who have something to lose from losing an element of surprise that I have to gain. If I'm even talking about it though, if I'm thinking about it, if I'm aware of balance issues, though, then that means there's something wrong. There's balance issues. I want to like it. I would like to like it, but I think it requires several months of updates and changes that I'm also not sure if Konami is ready to commit to. They launched this mode in a weird state. It doesn't feel entirely finished because there's not enough maps. However, it feels over-designed for what it is. Like they spent a lot of time developing the upgrade system and giving you a wealth and abundance of different kinds of gadgets and throwable grenades and guns with all sorts of wild attachments that get stacked on top of them as you upgrade them. But very little time making maps. And making the maps well designed. The maps, they really feel cramped for an 8-player game. And so one thing you can do is make a private lobby, actually. Let me see if people will come. Create room. What does this mean? What is this translation here? Take on the mission after forming a team with one other member. Take on the mission with pre-selected members. This is what I want. How many viewers do we got here? 34. Neat. Okay, we might be able to get someone here. If 4 people join, I might get stream sniped. But 4 people. I feel like these maps, they feel too cramped with 8 people. If there are 4 people, then there we go. Room ID 353654. I wonder if I need to set this open to strangers or something. View profile, change team. If 3 people join here, I would be interested in seeing how different it plays. I don't like the vocabulary. Okay, what did I say? 2 maps? There's really 3. Cradle Forest, I think, is my favorite one so far. Sacred Garden and Ghost Garrison are both too small. Okay, so I was wrong earlier. There's 3 maps, not 2. But it might look like there are 4 maps, but there's really 3 because 2 of them are remixes of the same map. Early morning version, I'm guessing the clutter and cover is placed differently. Yield conditions, what does that mean? SV capture is capture the froggy. SV intrusion is king of the ducky. The modes are clever, using the cute, adorable little bath toys for your objectives is wonderful. I love that. I love the camo system. I love the ambitions of multiplayer stealth gaming going on here, where like in Hunt Showdown, if you are really mastering the match and in control of the terrain, other players will probably look and act like stupid stealth game guards, and you will feel like one. You will get fooled by people hiding in plain sight, and it's great. But whether or not you can counter that and do something about it requires so many decisions to get made in such a fast period of time that I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around the game logic. Can join, lol. Vitamin do non-pro said pro te. Is this, are we speaking gamer Latin, Hannibal, Montana? Yeah, Token, what's your room? Let me get this room code on the screen for a while. Actually, let me get something pretty on the screen and the room ID. There's the room ID. 35 36 54. 35 36 54. And I'm trying to gather up 4 people here. We got one on the way. I'm practicing Latin with Metal Gear Solid 3 quotes. 35 30, 36, 54. If we can get 4 people in here, I'd be interested to see what a private match looks like. But if it's just gonna be me and Token, yay, then we might change things to play with each other against other players. So. Right. I have not had a chance to catch up with chat because so much is going on. Jesus Christ, so much is going on so fast. I'm sorry, Token. I am not going to respond to this stuff because I can't. I cannot play this game and read chat at the same time, like in all my favorite streamable multiplayer fun PC competitive action games. Alright, so I'm scrolling all the way back up to the beginning because we're still kind of early on the screen. Salve, Gorgas! My girlfriend is watching 90 Day Fiancé in the other room, which is a 100% show in the Metal Gear Solid 4 cable universe. So wait a second, 90 Day Fiancé. If it's a show in the Metal Gear Solid 4 cable universe... Ooh! Wonderful! Okay, so we got 3. If we got one more, I'm interested... Yeah! No, so... How do I put him on a different team? Because if we got 4 people in here, we can all play solo. Team selection. Yeah, set by host. Okay, change team. There we go.
One of your fellow members.
Yeah, we got 4. Hell yeah! All right, let's see if more come while I catch up on Twitch chat, but I'm very excited already to see what this plays like. I hope they don't leave. Well, welcome. Hey, Tony, you want to play some MGS? Tony MGS. So Hannibal, Montana, if you're watching 90 Day Fiancé and it's a Metal Gear Solid 4 cable universe show, it has to be militant somehow. Is it a 90 Day Fiancé? Are you not allowed to marry your wife unless you endure a grueling military mission or something? Are you not allowed? Okay, no, because you know how the cooking show in the Metal Gear Solid 4 cable universe is like a guy teaching you how to eat raw animals in the jungle, like Metal Gear Solid 3, when you're on a mission and you need to survive behind enemy lines and can't go to the restaurants. The workout, this is so funny. The workout program is like a drill sergeant yelling at you and screaming at you and verbally abusing you to get in shape. It's like, it's not just, I don't know, exercising in front of the TV with Carrot Top. Like it's got a military edge to it. When you see a car commercial, the car looks like it's running away from enemy tanks, and then it plays an animation of the car transforming into a praying mantis. If I'm remembering it correctly, it's got to be militant somehow, because the world has switched over to a war economy. Anthony MGS is ready. Am I ready? AI Sensigar. Alcin Cigar. You know what? Let's just see how we're gonna go here. Yeah, I'm gonna keep scrolling down. I might not be able to see the response for several minutes at a time. But how would we militarize 90 Day Fiancé to make it a show in the MGS4 universe? Whew. Yeah, they named this mode Fox Hunt as George Bait. Gotta get Hunt in there, no one complains. I was really hoping for something closer. Oh, what is this? Cincy Gar has a very fancy uniform. I wonder if they're going to kick everyone's ass. So, I was hoping for something closer to Hunt Showdown, but to be honest, I'm kind of satisfied with just how much I got. How it is surprisingly close. Now, something I have to be worried about right now is stream sniping. It's so cute that there is a food system. Ah! What was that? Was that a grenade launcher or something? So the mushrooms on the ground, I just ate one of those. We got 4 froggies for 4 players. So no one should need to fight in the early game here. It is so nice being able to scroll back and forth from one of your weapons, one of your older weapons to another one. Let's not go that way now. And I think if I take the froggy and get camoed up, uh-oh.
2 minutes remaining.
If I take the froggy and get camoed up and stay still, I'm not going to show up on people's map screen. But stream sniping is going to be such a problem here. Damn, I should have waited till he was closer. I'm a Hunt Showdown player. Come on, George. Nope. Anthony MGS. That was a 4-star... I'm sorry, was that a shotgun with a scope on it? Alright, the froggies are in motion. I think the more skilled players are hoarding the froggies to reduce the amount of competition that'll be there in the next round. My guns are shit. I lost a battle to a superior shotgun. They're having a fight up there. Maybe I should pick off the survivors. Ambush whoever's left while they're wounded. What do I got now? A shotgun. Damn, I have to go over there and steal those. Why can't I reload? I'm like... One in the chamber logic.
30 seconds remaining.
Right, let me steal that froggy. Yoink! Hey, I said yoink, please. Okay.
You must secure the asset as quickly as possible.
I'm not gonna make it. I'm not gonna make it. Getting left behind in the early game just feels bad. I don't know how confident I am about how much sense this makes with only 4 players instead of 8. So I think, did Anthony MGS just dominate the rest of us there? What does the scoreboard look like? I think we also only got 1 round.
This team outperformed all
Yep.
others during the mission.
Congratulations. Yeah, good job. Great. I hope you feel proud of yourself. Hey, Tony, give us a break.
Debriefing.
We're all second place. None of us are third or fourth.
You are capable of
Much more. Jesus, she's rubbing it in. That's gotta be Lori Allen, right? That sounds like the boss. Alright, what did I miss in Twitch chat earlier? One of the worst things about MGS 5 was how mixing mouse and keyboard and controller can't really happen smoothly. I never really... I do at least like this mode more than Metal Gear Solid 5's mode, because unlike Metal Gear Solid 5's mode, I actually care about this one. Like, I want me to get better, and I want the mode to get better. I played Metal Gear Solid 5's mode for just a few minutes, and lost interest relatively quickly. Okay, if anyone else wants to join, it looks like the code is the same, 353654. If it's not going to change between matches, I'm just going to go ahead and put it in the title. Room code. Number 35, 36, 54. So one thing that I'm wondering if I can play more matches and see how I like it is in these private matches where you can put everyone on a team by themselves, a solo play style is more possible. And where was I going with that? And one of the things I don't think I like is how there is no dedicated solo mode right off the bat. More and more multiplayer games are including those, and I think they're wonderful, and I love it. And it seems like Metal Gear Solid is a great match for having some kind of solo versus team dynamics, where the solo player might have a real advantage to gain from being alone without a team, because your teammate can expose you, your teammate can tempt you into danger, your teammate can bring bad guys to your hiding spot. I love playing Hunt Showdown solo because I don't got to deal with that shit. It feels like I am in control of how fast-paced everyone else has got to play. Yeah. So there are some Hunt Showdown isms here, which is beautiful, because Hunt Showdown was to a certain extent inspired by Metal Gear Solid 3, particularly your fight against the end, and it is beautiful for Metal Gear Solid 3 to get a remake and a multiplayer mode inspired by Metal Gear Solid 3 that is also, ironically, to a certain extent, inspired by Hunt Showdown. And I would say that the heavy camo-based surprises and ambushes and the like two-person per team logic it does not seem to exist in a vacuum. Hunt Showdown was popularizing these dynamics beforehand. But anyways, Twitch chat. Metal Gear Solid 5 on keyboard and mouse is actually quite nice. Yeah! Only thing I didn't like is I never forget how to do a soft grenade throw while aiming. I think I noticed it. You just gotta hold your click for just a second. Fox engine looks and runs like butter, but it's a controller-only affair. Motion blur, ew, depth of field always off. Oh, it's fine. So Ron Cinephile, I'm catching up on you for now. It's a byproduct of these multiplayer games feeling like life and death affairs. It's, uh-oh, 2 people are ready. Might be getting impatient. Health bars are better than damage numbers. I don't know. Damage numbers in gun games. I know, it doesn't look right. It kind of changes the gun feel. It makes the guns feel like they're not as scary, but at the same time, sometimes you need it. Alright, I'll say that I'm ready too. Okay.
I have confirmed that you are ready to deploy.
So, Ron Cinephile, it's like a byproduct of these multiplayer games feeling like Life or Death affairs. One thing it reminds me a lot of is the era when multiplayer modes were tacked on.
Mission.
Because this was made by a different studio, and this released like a month after the game came out. The names of the guns are very different. The control scheme is pretty different. The maps are pretty different. Oh, look at this fog. Neat. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and concentrate, actually.
Phase 1.
Careful, they're close.
Very different vibe if I shut up and concentrate. Yeah, look at all this nature. Yeah, this is starting to feel a lot more like I'm playing Hunt Showdown right now. I have lived for 30 seconds without seeing anyone in a dark, foggy forest. But I'm scared, I'm spooked. I'm worried I might accidentally step on someone, because it could happen. Ah, that tranquilizer doesn't break the boxes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, being camped out in a corner where I'm scanning the bushes for bad guys, I'm real nervous about it. And I'm not sure whether or not someone's spying me doing it. Nice Hunt Showdown. I see 2 froggies. There's 4 players. There's 4 froggies for 4 players though. And I like playing my Metal Gear games relatively pacifistically. So let me just trigger. I don't want to take no one around.
This area is secure.
I have now lived for 1 minute without seeing anyone.
1 minute
Creeping through the jungle, nervous, camouflaged. I even feel like I am understanding what's in my inventory.
remaining.
Okay, someone's getting in a fight out there.
Nearly complete. You must secure the asset as quickly as possible.
I think I'm safe. Oh no, is it Token or someone else? Someone lost.
You have retrieved the asset.
Oh, Token. Oh, poor Token. Check this out. Whew.
Phase 2.
Nom nom nom. Eat. There we go. That you actually eat food. You actually shoot the fruit in the trees and eat it, like in Metal Gear Solid 3. I think I should be using. Looks like they want to give us all sniper rifles. Oh, thank you. Let me replace Gambatov. Upgraded one. Ooh. Let me let me hide a bit and organize my. This one I need to drop. I can't do that from this menu though. Okay, Gambatov, you got. I want to equip it. F. What the fuck are these controls? And then equipment, gun upgrade. There we go. I now have a fully upgraded sniper rifle. There's 2 froggies for 3 players. We're gonna have to have a fight. Ding. Oh no, he turned around and went the other way. If I wanted to ambush him more cleverly, I shouldn't have scammed him. Ah, there's a laser pointer on that gun. That's gonna give away my position.
This area is secure.
One player is hoarding both froggies. I only have 1 minute to do this, and it doesn't feel like enough.
This area is secure.
1 minute remaining.
It's Anthony MGS again. I don't think any got this.
Please retrieve your equipment and get back in the fight. The mission is over.
Guess I'm technically not last. We'll leave the current room.
It is
I think
time
that's what
to
I
announce
want.
the top performing team.
Okay, now where did I leave off on Roller 42? It's like it wants to be Hunt Showdown for a more casual audience, which is like trying to have its ration and eat it too.
I think
It doesn't feel accessible though. Like this is not, especially the first hour I had with this was fucking rough. Like there is a lot to learn really fast, and a lot of the logic going on is weird. Run cycle feels too slow, running in slow-mo. Yeah, it does, but that's probably to the point of game design balance. Doop. Let's see if anyone else comes in. Light enough to walk/run as infantry. Heavy needs a crew, as opposed to a machine gun that requires mounting. Okay. So, why then do we call submachine guns the tiny little lightweight ones that you can hide in a briefcase? Or, in light machine guns, the, big, intimidating one that you can carry around on your back, and then the regular ordinary machine gun is that like the stationary turret that requires a crew that you need to set up. Machine gun that requires mounting. There's also the new Arc Raiders game from the Finals studio. Seems mildly Hunt Showdown-esque. I've heard that Arc Raiders really is the best competition that Hunt Showdown currently has. And I would like to give it a shot someday, but I'm glad that I can put it off guilt-free, because apparently if anyone asks me why I haven't played when anyone asks me why I haven't played Arc Raiders yet, I can just tell them because I'm making a morally righteous protest against generative AI or something like that. So, I haven't played Arc Raiders, but I have played Metal Gear Online Fox Hunt. What does that say about me? I don't know. Anything made in the past year has used generative disclosed or not. You'd be stupid not to in this market. I'm pretty darn sure that, I mean, Hunt Showdown was not made from the ground up with generative AI, but would absolutely positively not be surprised if some of the latest DLC releases were using it. I don't think I can win this battle. Hannibal Montana says, Post finem secundi orbi bellis orbis indur discussion est, orins est occidens, ille in septem belli frigidi. I'm going to practice my Latin by quoting Metal Gear. Okay. Post finem secundi orbi bellis, after the end of the Second World War. Post finem secundi orbi belli, after final second orbi, I guess orbi is world. I thought world was like mundus or something. Mundus belli, secundi mundus belli. After end Second World War, world into discism est. Discism. I guess that means split, and then S is the grammar. Oriens ex Occident. East and West. Your Orient and your Occident. East and West. Ille in septem belli frigidi. Belli frigidi is a Cold War! Belli frigidi. This began the Cold War. Ille in septem belli frigidi. This marked the beginning of the era known as the Cold War. That's so funny. There's less word count in your Latin practice. George liked the Spanish translation. Let's get a Latin translation. I do love how they get around the character skins by establishing they're just costumes and masks. Forgot the verb. Oops. Ille in septem belli frigidi discidit. What is this? Oh my god, look at this. Tony Metal Gear is just bragging about how much more of this they've played than everyone else. Okay, so they got some camo decoy item that deploys a ducky and an inflatable. Let's see if I can blend in. Wait, why is why are my pants and my shirt sticking out? Is there a maximum number of camouflage ghillie suit polygons that the engine can render? I'm trying to use my rubble. Okay, there we go. Yeah, where am I? Where could I be? This particular map is quite literally the exterior of Grozny Grad without the loading screen borders. This is like half the size of the Metal Gear Solid version, West Lot and Hank Lot. So maybe the reason why the Metal Gear Solid version, the Metal Gear Solid 4 version... Yeah, let's wipe the screen with all that gunk. So, the Metal Gear Solid 4 multiplayer was well-liked by fans, and I'm wondering if it's because of an octo camo system going on, and there is something similar here. Maybe, but Metal Gear Solid 5's online did not have an octo camo style system. So I'm wondering if that is really what makes or breaks the quality, because I am a lot more interested in this one than I was Metal Gear Solid 5. Because Metal Gear Solid 5 just felt like I was playing Call of Duty from a third-person perspective. I don't remember a lot of sneaking going on. I remember there was an attempt at stealth play. But it wasn't really coming through when it came time to actually play the game. It still seemed like people were running and gunning and patiently sneaking up on people. And here they are. Are they? Hey! It feels like you're running and sneaking. You're running. You're not running and gunning, but my God, you have to be. If you were interested in camouflaging into the bushes, you cannot waste time making that decision. By the way, Token, we're ready. There we go.
I have confirmed that you are ready to deploy.
All right. That's totally the voice from Quake 3. That freeze is the good old Unreal Engine 5 jank. Yep, it'll get better. It'll get better with hardware upgrades or something like that. The game still has a few patches on the way, you can tell. Maybe a few matches on keyboard and mouse will help you finally put together your thoughts on it. I feel like playing in keyboard and mouse isn't just helping me play better, it's also helping me decide why I'm not super jazzed about this mode just yet. I like this fog. Uh-oh. Out of here. Uh-oh. Excuse me? Excuse me? I just got decoyed.
The enemy's right on top of us.
I don't think they're right on top of us. That might be an exaggeration, but they are close.
2 minutes remaining.
I guess I'm not getting rushed because I'm hidden like that. Okay, those are decoys.
Careful, they're close.
Can I reload, please? Why can't I reload? It's making me very nervous.
Over there.
You know what? Yeah, what's the deal with the reloading here?
1 minute remaining.
16 out of 60. Does this thing... Did I fuck up my controls? Where's the froggy? I think it's being held by another player. FF, not space F.
The enemy's right
Where's the fucking froggy?
Careful, they're close.
30 seconds remaining. The current phase is nearly complete. You must secure the asset as quickly
And
as
I
possible.
don't know what the fuck is going. I would have liked to move to the north of the map, but I got pinned down by something. Ah! All right, I guess I'm just gone. I am the sacrifice.
You do better in the next mission.
Me too. I don't understand what really happened there. I was right next to a froggy that I guess was held by another player who was hiding in the decoys. Was it Token? Was it Token who had the froggy I was looking for? T is map. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. I'm forgetting my hotkeys and my controls again. Ah!
Remaining.
Okay. Hannibal Montana said I would kill for a Hunt Showdown style Metal Gear Solid multiplayer mode with a big sprawling map, and me too, which means that we need to be careful about what sort of situations we get ourselves involved with. Okay, let me observe Tony for a while. See what they're doing. They are obviously able to navigate their inventory system faster than me. I'm trying to remember. F? Okay. They're not getting fooled by those decoys like I was. Hey, that's a real person! They're reacting at about the same speed I am, though, visually. I think there's someone behind him, or it's another decoy. The decoy behind him. So yeah, the tool set and controls, and even like the game flow and the way the objectives are designed, they seem built for bigger maps. They absolutely do. Oh.
30 seconds remaining.
Oh, is Tony at a disadvantage now? Oh wait, no, he has one froggy on him. Token's the one who's last in line here. I wonder... God. I am sure that there's some kind of stream sniping going on, and I'm wondering if the players watching me cycle through with them as spectators is really just blowing everyone's cover here. I think Token's getting kicked out now. Is there some like quick scoping or tactical reloading thing that Anthony's doing here? It looks like he's not having to take as much time to cycle through every shot as the rest of us are. They're greater amount of superior experience. Oh my god, I also have to keep in mind that Token said that this game has no anti-cheat. Is disturbing. He's putting it away after every shot and taking it back out. You like right click, left click, right click, left click. Not holding down the aim button for too long. Does he know where the guy is on the other side? I don't think so. I think those are just predictive.
2 minutes remaining.
I guess I gotta monitor temperatures or something. For the first time in a long while, I put my case back together on my PC. I've had the case open on this build since February, and it might be running a little hotter. Speed fan, core temp. Every now and then with this new build, maybe about 4 times I've seen this happen. The graphics card will crash. The graphics drivers. Um, we're back. Yeah. I'm wondering though if the room is still running. Did it end the match for everyone else? I don't know. The CPU temp is at 77. That's fine. I don't know if we're just looking at a desktop right now, but if I was gaming, 77 would be. Oh shit, we just bumped up to 85, 86. Yeah, that's not a good temperature. The power supply also felt hot to touch. Oh my god, if this computer has some kind of heating issue going on. When I first put together this build in February, I noticed that it was running a little hot, processing videos, and I reseated the CPU, repasted it, and it didn't really do much different. $80. Did I overheat? The GPU overheat and crash? One time that happened while I was playing Civ 6 single player without anything recording. I thought it was a relatively light load. The other thing is that I need to change the power supplies between both my computers, and I need to do this during a period where I can safely risk breaking a computer. Because my work PC in the other room is so old and fragile that it is liable to die for very strange reasons.
Please get ready to
Okay, what is my room number? It was 35, 34, 56 or something like that. It had a bit of a rhythm to it. 35, 36, 54. No rooms. Well, I don't know if it's going to be worth arranging those private matches again. We'll do private friends. My CPU is at 89 degrees. Yeah, we're running hot. I think I am going to have to take the case off. Maybe I should turn the heat off in my room because it's winter and I have the heat running. I'll be right back. Okay, heat's off. Screws are loose. Come on. Ugh. Case. Casey. Should I really be doing that while the PC is streaming a game live in front of everyone? Am I going to be able to find these screws when I need to put it back? Put them in a easier to find drawer. Deployment, room ID. Okay, who wants to be my buddy in a chaotic online multiplayer match of Fox Hunt? This way we won't have to worry about stream sniping, and I hope I wasn't being too personal about it, whoever Anthony MGS was, but But we also won't just get our asses handed to us by someone who's played more and is better at the game than us. Yeah, I'm sorry that my computer overheated or whatever happened that interrupted things. That's alarming. What's my temperature now? 88. You don't want it to hit 95. Oh, who do we got? Token. Okay, welcome. Yeah, this'll be calmer. I don't know if it'll be calmer, actually. I will have to shut up and concentrate on the match once it begins, and try not to say anything that might... No, I did... Okay, I had one good round. How are you supposed to keyboard and mouse this? You hold down 4, and then Q and E to pick a gesture. A. Oh wait, hang on. There's ways to be funny about it. There we go. That's the good stuff. Oh my god, that looks like a nightmare. 88, 89 degrees. God damn it, I don't want to worry about temperatures while trying to concentrate.
Your buddy has finished their battle preparations.
I heard this mode is already dead, apparently. Oh my god, Bedazzle. It sounds like you're following hyperbolically negative gamer media. It's not dead. It is certainly not dead. We have seen as much proof to otherwise tonight. I have heard that it's not very popular, but dead is a hyperbolic gamer exaggeration. Not certainly absolutely dead. And dead is also like kind of a Boolean state. You're either alive or dead. There aren't varying degrees of death. I am not reloading my guns. Options, mouse and keyboard controls, key layout. Reload? Why was it bound to M? Alright, let me just make sure. Cure button. Oh! C-U-R-E. It'll have to be U. So it was Cure that screwed up my reload button. I just played the last few matches without a reload button. Jesus, no wonder I was having a bad time. Oh, what was that drop shot? Okay, so if you get into camo, like aim at people for a while, they glow red, it makes them drop stuff. I completely forgot about that while I was playing tonight. There's a lot to remember. Okay, so if you're camouflaged and aim at someone for a long time, you make them drop some items from their inventory. Gotcha. Gotta remember that. There was a data mine that might hint at more modes. Mixed, yeah, I think it is evident that
I have confirmed that you are ready
that this mode got a surprising amount of development work done on it at all. I was mentioning earlier about how it feels kind of unfinished and weirdly over-designed at the same time. Like, they were planning on this being way bigger than I think what they now are planning on it being. Like, they were banking on it, and then decided to change their mind.
Survival capture.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Yeah, 10, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's 10. It's 12. Yeah, a full match of 12 people in these maps feels remarkably cramped. However, I think the Rasvat style map, the old ruined factory with the walls stripped away, so it's just like you're walking around the pillars of the building in the middle of a wood,
The mission is about
of the
to
woods.
begin. If you have not secured the asset by the end of the phase,
I think that
you will be
map
removed from the
feels
mission.
nicely
Phase 1.
sized for 10 players. The other two maps feel too cramped. Okay, we got 10 froggies for 10 players.
Use this.
I am going to shut up, concentrate. We are near a frog, but should we take
I
it?
look forward to fighting by your side.
I do not have the time to cycle through the menus and see. I'm forgetting my controls. Okay. I can't talk! I cannot even talk and play this at the same time! I did not have the time to cycle through all the menus and the controls needed to find an appropriate response to that reply. As soon as I started saying those words, I faced a bad guy, and I forgot what my controls were for changing the camera.
I'm taking fire.
Where am I? Where is my partner? What am I doing? Oh, God. Copy that, yeah. Okay. Okay, how's my health? My health is fine. I need a froggy, though. That's more important. Where do I hear that? Where did I hear that? What am I doing? I'm trying to climb. Can't climb, can't climb. Can't jump. Okay, we'll go this way.
The enemy's here.
This area is secure.
Well, that's a contradiction. Is the enemy here? Oh Jesus! Oh Jesus! Good! Ah!
Your buddy is confirmed down.
Can't do jack shit like this. Enemies have captured all the froggies. I think the only... Oh, God. Look at this. I cannot turn a single corner anywhere without running into bad guys.
The current phase is nearly
Oh,
complete.
froggy.
Must secure the asset as quickly as possible.
Okay, Token's gonna get dropped out if he doesn't get a froggy for himself. Look at all these guys! It's fucking insane! God! Ah! I don't think I like this mode. Oh my god. So much shit is happening. Ah.
Your equipment and get back in the fight.
Okay. Okay, I'm playing solo. I feel like I can think a little bit more clearly, at least when I'm playing solo. But I have no equipment. Oh my god.
This area is secure.
minutes remaining.
This area is secure.
Is there a ration or something going around here? Yeah, what is this blue thing? Yoink.
I'm sorry.
It's fine, but I'm not gonna look at the menus and press the it's fine button because that would take too much time. Do I have shotguns? I don't want to be guarding it. Oh, I don't have shotgun. Turtle burger, got it. Anyone coming for this guy? Seconds, I'll scavenge for more equipment. I'm gonna get my ass handed to me by someone with better equipment. Ah! Go climb! Ah! I have grenades. God, I wish I could just throw a grenade without having to cycle through every single weapon in my inventory before getting the grenades. Oh, this is fucking brutal. Remove, what does that mean? Oh, they stole the froggy I was guarding. And I feel like it's because they spawned on it, not because they snuck past me and used clever, good gameplay. They just spawned near the frog I was guarding and took it when I wasn't looking and then started shooting at me with superior weapons, and it felt like there was nothing I could do about it the whole time! Ah! Alright, let's get kicked out of here. God! Okay.
It is time to start the mission debriefing.
Now, where was I on Twitch chat? No, I did not. I hated that. Where was I on Twitch chat? A data mine that might hint at more modes. Right. We're probably going to get more modes. That pile of orange leaves is definitely not an enemy on the rusty metal. No, it's not. It's the live service stink. What is my temperature? It's at 89 degrees. Oh, I do have a heating issue on this build. Oh, what am I gonna do? On. Trying to remove the case. Not budging. I should not be doing that while fans and discs are spinning and electricity is pulsing through the machine. But Jesus Christ, that's depressing. Okay, so someday when I have 3 fucking hours to do computer surgery, and B, can also afford to lose one of my 2 computers in the event that my work PC breaks while trying to operate on it, I need to reseat the CPU in this computer and swap the power supplies in both. Because back when my gaming computer had exploded and I had only one computer, I was cannibalizing parts, and the inferior power supply ended up inside this big beefy gamer computer, and the superior power supply for a big beefy gaming computer ended up in my weak, pathetic video editing computer. And it should be the other way around. And I need to redo the thermal paste on my processor here, because apparently I must have done something wrong back in February. And I'm also starting to second guess myself on whether or not I actually did repaste it after the first build or not. And that's just too much on my plate right now. Throw me a mode out in the public, incomplete, gauge interest and update accordingly. I guess that's what they're doing, and I don't like it, because it means we have to suffer in the meantime before it gets really, really good. But I'm being too hard on it. There are some people who like this. There are some people who are really having fun and enjoying this. and do want a sneaky camouflage-based stealth game in a very fast-paced deathmatch environment where the matches are like 3 minutes. The matches are so fast, but the time to kill is really low. But then when you get upgraded guns, it's not low. Anyways, I can't afford this game. MGS3, the Homeric dub, where all the dialogue is told and narrated like a Homeric epic. Get your K1 visa with PMC service. Their former military on 90 Day and others who have to endure strange food. Oh, we're talking about 90 Day Fiancé. Their former military on 90 Day. How you make a dating reality show in the Metal Gear Solid 4 universe where every show has to be militant. Anyone getting George frustrated is helping the stream. So they're called smaller caliber machine guns. That means they're submachine guns. They're using big rifle rounds. Guess it's not a submachine gun anymore. MGS4 Online didn't have Octo Camo except for Old Snake in a specific mode. MGO2 had the best modes in gameplay. I wish I was around for that, or if there was a way to still play it conveniently. Where I wouldn't have to like organize a group to set up a private match. The first thing I remember from MGS5 Online is how everyone regretted picking the stealth class because people wasted no time in team deathmatching. I like this fog. George's Fox Hunt manifests into his Silent Hill. This game mode would win the day if they wound up making an actual Silent Hill map. Of course, T for map. Mapped. That tower held the Wi-Fi signal. Alright, I'm almost caught up with chat, and Jesus, it is taking a long time to find a matchmaking this time. The Usual Gamers trademark have been calling it DOA before it even launched, let alone play it. I have encountered so much nitpicking with this remake in general that it's mind-boggling, it's infuriating. But it's fine. The single player is fine. The single player is really good, actually. The single player is fantastic. The multiplayer, I'm complaining about, but the single player is what I wanted and then some more. Does Delta have online already? Yep. A 3-team match should be the sweet spot for something like this. The weapons don't have any punch at all. They do when you upgrade them, or if you have a buddy with you shooting the same guy you are. Not this Call of Duty cargo map cluster fudge. This is why I usually don't do PvP. Either you get the best matches ever, or you get custom bopped, never in between. Cancelled because not enough players were present. Weird. The first time I've seen this. Is it did I just talk about how it's actually not dead and a lot of people are playing it and am I now getting proven otherwise? You got 1,000 XP for that instead of 250 though. Man, I don't care about XP. I just want to play the match and have fun. Ah! Hunt Showdown is still the only one of these games where I actually cared about the metagame progression character upgrading systems going on. Because this is certainly not. What the fuck? Oh wait, my GPU is at 85, but that's fine. The GPU can handle being at 85. The CPU cannot. The CPU is at 88 right now. If it hits 95, the computer is going to restart. I don't know what causes the graphic drivers to crash, which is where the screen goes black, the monitor quits getting a video signal, but the fans in the computer are still running. You'll still hear your hard drive spinning and ticking, and you'll even hear the background music of the game you were playing looping, but you won't hear characters moving around and guns shooting and inventory UI bleeps and blips if you mash buttons. This has been an infuriating stream. I had technical difficulties last time I tried streaming because of Twitch server issues. And now I'm having technical difficulties this time I'm streaming because I actually have my case closed, and apparently it's causing heating issues in my computer build. Are my fans blowing correctly out the front? No. Alright, I need to change... Oh boy. Sometimes the fans in this computer don't spin properly like they should. The case fans, not the CPU fans. There's a there's a case fan hub that I think might have died in the explosion when my gamer computer exploded in 2023. I think the reason it exploded is because insects got inside, and I think insects got inside because they followed the fucking Airbnb crash. Jesus Christ, what a cluster. We're not finding matches. It's a long story, Quadruple X Fantasy. It's a very long story. The schedule has been updated? What does that mean? The schedule has been updated. Good. Good for it. I'm gonna go pee in the bathroom again. I'll be right back. Case is open. Case has been opened. It was really, really, really hot in there. I'm wondering if the metal of the case was expanding a bit because I had to use a knife to wedge the panel out of the way. My case fans are not spinning. There was a faulty fan hub that they're plugged into, and I say faulty because it wasn't reliably working. We're back, but I don't know if I'm gonna keep. I got things to. I would like to work on my video editing in the other room on my editing computer. That is in a evidently a less finicky place than. Now that I'm not playing a game and that the case is open, the CPU is at a nice flat 63 degrees. Yeah, maybe I plain old Delta. That would cause heat though. That I'd be liable for more heating issues with that one. Back screen an astronaut helmet and a flamethrower. So this means that before I get to streaming, or maybe even recording at all, that's really scary. Before I get back to processing video work involving modern, high-tech, current-gen games, I kind of need to do some PC surgery. I need to get these fans spinning properly, and make sure that the CPU paste is also applied properly. It could be one or the other two issues. The case fans are not spinning right now. I do not think I saw them spinning under heavy load. I could just get, I don't know, what kind of benchmark could I run? Test it out. And swap the PSUs. Best to do that and swap the PSUs. The PSU was running very, very hot. I got a 750 watt PSU in this gamer computer and a 1000 watt PSU in my video editing computer, and that should be the other way around. That should be backwards. It was working last week. That's because I had my case open last week. So the cable management in this build is also in kind of a temporary place because I've always planned on doing some kind of surgery before finishing it for real. But I also don't like having my gamer PC open. And one of the reasons why is partially because it's embarrassing when guests are over. That doesn't happen very often that much these days, though. But another reason is that, like, I think the air conditioner units in my building have been spewing out strange dust, a strange dusty residue that's kind of yellow and sticky, and it builds up over months, and it's not that big of a pain to wipe away, but that can't be good in the inside of your computer. So the less time my computer spends exposed to the airflow of the air conditioner coming from this side of the room, the better. So I might keep this side of the computer case open for now. But, okay, the cable management is in kind of a temporary place where putting the case panels back on squished the cables in a way that might have nudged the faulty dying fan hub in a way that finally killed it permanently. Sometimes the case fans in this computer would spin. Sometimes they wouldn't. Right now they're not spinning. And if those case fans are not spinning and the case is closed, the airflow is not going to be working properly. There's three things that could be my problem here. I need a sponsorship from like Ironforge or Micro. I'm working on it. I got a friend who lost his PC to Ashens because he smoked a lot of the stuff. So I need to swap the PSUs in my two computers. I need to order a $5 case fan hub and replace the fan hub. Pretty sure the fans are fine, but there are not 1, 2, 3. There's 3 fans that are spinning, and there's only ports in the motherboard for 2 fans, so I need to do it through a hub. And I might need to redo the thermal paste in the CPU. I really should probably save that one for last, though. But that's like a day project. Like I need to do it on a weekend, and I need to do it shortly after a video essay release so that I have some buffer time. And I plan on doing several videos by the end of the month. I might not be able to do these necessary fixes until December. Oh Lord. But that's the stream for tonight. You know, it will be nice rendering the videos together. I'll be able to diagnose the case fan speeding issues. Well, yeah, a more immediate solution, cheaper solution too, a $4 case fan hub. But honestly, the anxiety associated with ordering computer parts has to do with whether or not they make it to my building's package room. That is a gamble that I wish was not a gamble. In the case fan for my PC. My PSU gave up the ghost and I just didn't bother plugging the case fans back in because it wasn't doing graphical gaming. In my case, I didn't. The case fans were working sometimes, but not all the time, and I didn't bother worrying about it because the case was open. Apparently keeping the case open was providing the airflow needed to keep these streams going for all the months that you saw them. Now that the case is closed, I'm worried about heating. Jeez. Not very good matches and tech issue. You can't catch a break. I had one good match in the very beginning, though. It's ironic that the very first match is the one that went well. But I was also trying to talk and do that at the same time, and I couldn't. There was too much stuff happening. I'm going to try to render those videos together and see about putting a VOD up, but I'm not going to keep streaming tonight. There's just too much better work to be done on the other computer that is quieter and cooler and less of a source of stress. Whenever I play games on this computer until I fix it up, perform some surgery, I'm gonna be experiencing anxiety. Yeah, focus on more important stuff. Maybe I could stream from the other computer for a little while. But this computer is probably fine. It just needs to get its temperatures in check. And I think it's a pretty glaringly obvious. If the fans are not spinning, that sounds like a pretty easy way to diagnose the problem here. Yeah, definitely less alarming than a hard drive failure. And I will go ahead. I should go ahead and order my case fan right now. Stream the surgery. It might be a couple weeks after these videos come out, and I can risk my editing computer being dead for a while until I order whatever replacement parts I need. Also, thanks to fan donations, I do have a laptop I can use as backup too now. That's nice. But the hard drives are fine, at least. The hard drives are fine. I'm pretty sure the CPU is fine. It's not like I'm overclocking it, nor am I fucking around with the TJ max temperature, the overheat threshold, where it will turn off if it hits 95 degrees. It could be the GPU overheating. Yeah, if the fans are not spinning, that is such an obvious problem and an easily fixable problem that I'm not feeling nearly the same anxiety I was when my hard drives died live on stream. Computer overheating live on stream because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 3 of the 6 fans in the case are not spinning, and they're some of the most important fans. The case fans that get the hot air out and the cool air in, is one of the simpler problems. Is there an alternate location that you can ship Amazon to, like Kohl's or Whole Foods? Sometimes I use the lockers, the Amazon lockers. They have a few locations that are nearby. The perks of living downtown. The downside of living downtown is that your housing gets taken over by Airbnb investors over the 2020s. The perks of living downtown are numerous and why I want to stay and fight for it. One of which is that you got Amazon lockers nearby. I still think I have something to gain also from living out of a bicycle instead of a automobile car. And using Lyft or Uber if I need to go long distance. But yeah, regardless of the technical difficulties, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for joining. Even though I did have technical difficulties, I did enjoy some of those rounds, particularly the ones in the beginning, before I knew my computer was liable to be overheating. Wow, what a weird stream. It was still a fun time, despite everything. That's right. Have a great night, everyone. I'm going to call it here. This is going to be a weird VOD to be uploading on YouTube. I didn't even bother uploading the one where the Twitch servers kept crashing. At least last time I tried streaming, the problem was Twitch's and not mine. Bye, everyone. Have a great night. Love you.